So what issues do we find when a parts manager isn't doing that with the DMS?
Sure. Well, obviously, there's thousands of dealers out there that don't utilize our services. Okay.
Yeah.
And they do survive. But as you know, when we get in there and start to investigate it, and I say this all the time, and I mean it wholeheartedly, I can find anything wrong with anyone's inventory, including when I used to be a parts manager. The dealership parts operation process is very imperfect and always will be, because you're always constantly getting new models, which means new parts introduced into the system. Sometimes it takes time to build up what they call UIO, units in operation. And typically the average dealer, 75 to 80% of all the part numbers sitting on their DMS system have been added and are waiting for demand and never hit it. It's the other 25% eventually that does. ASR programs, automatic stock replenishment, such as RIM and Aero, PartsEdge, ASR 2.0 with Nissan, they'll force some of the inventory onto there because they have their regional and national demand that will force you to put some of that into your inventory to remain compliant. But also, you still have to deal with the parts that aren't guaranteed. One of the things with these ASR programs, obviously, is they only guarantee what sells. We can prove that out day in and day out with our management reports, which we do. And so what we do is try to isolate or separate out what's guaranteed versus what's not guaranteed, because inevitably, parts manager this day and age has to worry about is what's not guaranteed. But more importantly, they have some stuff that they sell that the manufacturer doesn't guarantee. And typically, most parts managers, and this is just to back up and answer your question, most parts managers that we see all the time are very reactive to inventory control instead of being proactive with their inventory control. And that's what we try to help eliminate and help them be much more proactive.